Hello everybody and welcome back to Theme Park Coastin, and today is a very unique vlog on the channel as we are over here at Legoland, but not our typical Legoland Windsor, but Legoland Billund for our second visit of the year, and definitely not the last, as we absolutely loved this park last time. So we had to return with Jayden and Hugo to experience once again. But Adam, we're back here.
Oh, you know, I mean, I didn't think it'd be long until we're back here. You know, it's only been a couple of months. The last time we came down here was, of course, April, and it was our first ever time over here to, of course, the original park, Legoland Billund. You know, when we first came down here, the first day we were a bit underwhelmed about it.
Just blown away.
However, you know, the second day we were blown away at this park.
So today,
personally, my favourite theme park in Europe, outside of the two Disney parks, of course, down in France, and you know what, Polar Explorer. I'm very forward to get back on there. You know, it's a great park.
Yeah, well, we decided with it last time. It's definitely the 2-day park. So all we had to do this time was literally book a flight up here. I mean, you woke up at 3 o'clock this morning at our house, and then went all the way up to the airport, flew over here, and we landed at around 10 o'clock, meaning we can get in the park today for 11, as that building right there is the airport building. That's how close it is to the park.
It's so
But Hugo and Jayden, first times here. Again, keep your excitement in because it is such an amazing park. But are you excited?
I mean, straight away, okay, right. For as soon as we got off the plane, the air was just so fresh.
The country's amazing.
Everything just
it is
felt
just an amazing
so
country.
fresh. And already, I reckon, by the end of the day, I'll prefer this to Windsor, no doubt.
Yeah, like I said, it takes a bit of time to get used to because it feels really weird because, for starters, everything is flat. I mean, there's not one thing that isn't flat. But when you start going on the rides, they go quickly through all the operations. I mean, it's a busy day, it's their holidays, so we're not meant to be quiet today. However, they are so quick, the park is so amazing, everyone's just so nice, the food is unbelievable, and we'll be showing you all of this throughout this vlog. So if you do enjoy today, make sure to like and subscribe, as we'll be heading back here tomorrow, and many more trips around the world, including a giant trip in the summer holidays.
But also, well, something else to point out as well is that actually just down the road, they of course have like the Legoland themed hotels. And yeah, we're actually going to be staying, of course, in the Ninjala Cabins tonight, which I believe there'll be a vlog on the channel for that as well.
There will be definitely be a vlog on the channel for that one as well. And honestly, this whole place, I mean, the cameras are just because in the park we just show you the park, but actually the whole place in general is amazing. So one day when we do return, I might just do like a Billund vlog, just showing you everything about it. It's so Legofied, the whole place, and I'm so excited to explore it. But Jayden, are you excited for today?
Yeah, very excited. Even if I don't sound excited because I'm shattered.
Yeah, we went to bed at 11 o'clock last night, woke up at 3 this morning, flew over, so we are very tired. And yes, Mum, once again, they allow the dogs. One of the biggest draws towards this park in my eyes. Allowed of our whole of Denmark, again, amazing place. If you want to see all the place, check out our last visit. We're going to work to like Copenhagen, went to Tivoli Gardens, we went as well to Fair Summerland, so that. However, this trip is just Legofied. Additionally, we booked it 2 weeks ago and thought, let's get back here. But with no further ado, let's head past all these awesome lands towards our first ride. Of course, no other than Polar Explorer. See you there. Wow is the only word that you can use when boarding, riding and coming off Polar Explorer. That ride is plain down incredible, and for a Legoland park to have probably one of my favourite rides on the planet, that is just amazing. I don't want to spoil it for you guys, but if you want to check it out POV, but it has got a little bit of a dropping surprise. But yeah, that unbelievably good. But Hugo and Jayden, your first reactions on it? Went on it this time, got back row, so I think personally my favourite spot on it. How did you find that?
Yeah, it was so well themed for Legoland, for Legoland's usually quite themed for Merlin Park, but yeah, it's probably maybe the best themed Legoland. I mean, I don't know, I don't think.
Yeah, there's really been one area at the moment. I'll probably walk through the whole thing, but you're really going to get to explore it, experience it, and you still got my favourite land to still come. But that ride's amazing, isn't it?
Yeah, the airtime was incredible. Probably one of the best airtime moments I've ever got.
Yeah. You just
so well.
You held up for such a long time on it. And Hugo, how did you find it?
I thought that was amazing. I wasn't expecting the Is it a hidden thing or is it a well-known?
Well, we'll leave. I did give it with a clue, but we'll leave it. We'll leave it.
Fine. I enjoyed the thing that happens, but no, I thought it was a great coaster. For it to be at a Lego park, it's a bit of.
I know.
It's really cool.
The question is, why isn't it anywhere else?
Yeah, like it's such a good ride.
That is such an awesome ride. And to what awesome, we're now going to go over towards Emmet's Flying Adventure. However, over here, as you can tell on a pre-show, I'll show you in a sec, it is not an awesome ride. It is a super duper ride, as we were showing one set. But let's get in the queue. Over our home part of Legoland Windsor, we have got the Land of Mythica, which is basically a different version of this ride.
Mythica, the world of mythical.
Mythical and mythical creatures, whereas here, as well as California, California got one?
Yeah, California.
And Florida. I think that's it, really. Yeah, well, most parks all have one of these versions, so it's really good to get back on it. Again, first time reactions in a Lego movie world. Yeah. Pretty exciting, but Jayden, let's end the clip. Yeah, okay.
I got a photo pass.
Yeah.
I managed to get like 2. Like, if you buy one, you get like another one. So I gave Hugo.
Oh, amazing.
Our first time's here.
So now your first time, it was photos included. Roughly, what was that price-wise?
It was only £10.
£10 or
So it would have been
100 krona, yeah. So that wasn't bad at all, but all-day photos over here at the park. And Jayden, you also got a refill cup as well, which wasn't that bad either, meaning that you could get unlimited refills. But there you go, let's now go on the most super duper ride at Legoland Billund. You'll see what I mean when we get on the ride.
Samles mesterbyggerne for at præsentere deres bedste og nyeste opfindelser for et dommerpanel. Og i år hedder konkurrencen Flyvningens Mestre! Yeah! Super duper! I får lov til at flyve rundt i Tosseland. Og det kan kun lade sig gøre, fordi en af mesterbyggerne tilfældigvis har bygget noget, der er stort nok til at I alle kan komme med. Okay, spoiler alert. Det var mig! Under det her klæde står noget, der er så fantastisk, at det kun kan beskrives som super duper. Og ved I hvad? Det er endnu bedre. Det er super duper. Hvilket er lidt mere super end super duper. Så tillad mig nu at præsentere den flyvende 3-dobbeltdækker sofa. Bror, det bliver super duper!
We have just completed Emmet's Master Builder Flight, whatever it's called, and that ride was absolutely super duper. I mean, it's not as good as Mythica, and I said it last bit, I said it again, it was a little bit improved from last time, but it is not as good as Mythica. I feel like the whole land in general is probably better than Mythica, but as far as that individual ride goes, I feel like it doesn't feel as much as if you're actually in the experience, more that you're on a seat watching a show. Whereas in Mythica, you have all the special effects, and you have a few of this ride, don't get me wrong, but you haven't got all the water, the smells aren't as strong, and stuff like that just doesn't make it that sort of level with Mythica. But by no means is it a bad ride at all. With this land as well, I mentioned earlier, it is really, really cool. But Jayden, while we're here, what did you think of that ride?
It was a good ride. It felt like the skyline. No, I wish they would at least either put subtitles in or...
Oh yeah, that's another thing. You didn't have a language, so...
Yeah, or at least I make it half French, half English, half French. It's because I was about to say like Disneyland Paris, half English, half...
Danish, yeah.
You might say Dutch. Yeah, overall I preferred the length of that one.
Yeah, a little longer as well. Yeah, you're right.
I preferred, and I think the whole land in general.
Yeah.
Amazing.
I think I prefer the Lego Movie Land, but I think one in Florida is going to be a lot better than the one here. So if we ever get out there and leave that park, I would be interested to see actually how compared to this.
I always said that Legoland California was one of the best, to be honest. That looks really cool. But
well, we have to return that, don't we?
I mean, you know what though, like down here, like that ride last time, yeah, I was a little bit disappointed in it. To be honest, it was my favourite last time. I thought it was worse than soaring, which I don't really like soaring, so it wasn't great. And of course, the only one I've done is like the skyline. Have you not? That was really good this time. It was running really well. The queue took quite a while. Have you not? Last time I thought it was a bit too much, but you know, I quite enjoyed it.
Yeah, I like most of us here, but the very operation.
I mean, it's still not my favourite.
Weird because otherwise I'd mega walk on, but
it's still not my favourite ride. But you know what? It's overtaken soaring, which I'm happy about. But I still think Fly the Skyline is definitely the best like Legoland flying theatre. Still, I mean, I know soaring's not a Legoland flying theatre, but you know what I mean. So.
Yeah, I know. I do understand what you mean. But right now, we're going to be continuing over our day, over towards the classic, one of the main Legoland rides, and definitely one which you have to visit. This is the Dragon. And not looking too bad of a queue again, it all depends on operations, because in the UK parks, this would be a bad queue line. However, over here at Billund, if they're really fast at moving, it's not a bad queue at all. But here you go, it's very different walking in, because also at Windsor you go around the turrets. We're here in fact, the turrets is used as a restaurant, which is quite awesome, and you have there, but the queue line itself is very unique. Thing upstairs, however, I'm looking forward to riding on the Dragon.
We'll just get on anyway, we're on the map.
The Dragon roller coaster is now completed, and look at the weather over here in Denmark. I mean, it's really cold, and look at it, it's absolutely amazing. But the Dragon, I don't want to keep dragging on and on and on about it, but that was an amazing ride. And
I genuinely thought you just said dragging.
No, what I mean, because the punk was like dragging on, but I said dragon on.
Yeah, I know,
It's like the
but I
dragon.
thought you said dragging anyway.
Oh, well, no,
I think you said dragging.
it was an amazing ride. It was an amazing ride.
Splash Mountain.
But, yeah, Lego Mountain. But Jane, how did you find the Dragon, and how does it compare to the one at Windsor?
It is better than Windsor. Indoor bits, like obviously like my favourite part, because it's just like great themed, very well themed.
Is it well themed? You didn't say it. You didn't say it.
And yeah, I really liked the outdoor things. It was actually much faster than I thought.
Yeah, and I did have a look around because obviously Arsenal going to this land. It is really, really awesome, this land. This is my favourite land at any Legoland park. One of my favourite lands in the world, as it's got that amazing Lego theming, just with an awesome Western theme. It's like a mix between Frontierland at Disney and Lego. I mean, that's awesome, isn't it?
I know, yeah, it's pretty cool. We're in America now.
I know we are in America.
But you know, I mean, it's pretty cool, and especially this land, like, because I believe it was one of the original lands park.
It's not the original.
I mean, it could be the original, I don't know, but yeah, you know what, it's one of the best areas in any Legoland park. And you know what's cool, like, Dragon's actually a really good coaster.
Yeah, that's right. I know we just walk through it, but it is really good. And I wanted to point out later on about the hot dog things, but basically over here, there's really unique things with food, like the hot dogs. I remember I've never had one over here.
It's actually really
But
cool.
one I had over at Tivoli Gardens the other day, and I have a hot dog later on, but one at Tivoli Gardens I had, basically what they do, they get a bowl, they put a hole in the middle, put the sausage in, it makes no sense, not like a carp, but they put a hole in it. So
And if you want them, then they're Daemon, so it's
yeah,
Daemon and grilling.
I don't know if you can see it, probably do the same technique, but that is really, really clever. But on the conversation of food, we're getting a little package now, because we have 8 and 6 in the morning, so it's 5:30.
I mean, that's it. I mean, like, this morning, like, we literally woke up at like 3 o'clock, I think it was, so
Yeah.
it's been a long day so far, but it's been
It's
great.
been amazing. So it's definitely worth it. We're only going here for 2 days. We're going for a weekend. I mean, we had school on Friday, we had school on Monday, and we're both going on the weekend over here at Legoland Billund. But I talk about food again, we're now going to go over towards where we ate last time. Probably still has a very long queue, but it definitely is amazing. This is the All Stars Burger Kitchen, and trust me when I say, similar to the Dragon, compared to the one at home, this food is miles better. Hugo, do you know what time it is? It is time for a Hugo food review. And while he gets distracted by the dog that was just sitting there, it wasn't very cute, while he gets distracted, let's talk about the Burger Kitchen. And for starters, we're going to put the good bit out. The food is amazing. I mean,
Like, it's fresh. Like, it is
so fresh.
quality.
It had time to make it fresh.
Yeah.
It is so fresh, so great, and overall, it's just an absolutely amazing place to eat in that sense. But then it's a negative part. It doesn't look so bad in these restaurants here, but it is the waiting. I mean, we've waited probably an hour.
Wow, no, 40 minutes maybe.
But
It was a long time.
Yeah, it's not bad here, but like, or is it just like, I think they just need to sort of, because the food's amazing, don't get me wrong, and actually once you get your butter it's fine.
Look at that,
but it's in, I know, it's so cool. But it's in the meantime where you're waiting in the queue line to order your food as a problem, I think. And so, overall, I just think that as far as the food goes, I'd probably give it a 7 out of 10. Because that waiting could put me off later on. Yeah, if I went here all the time, that waiting an hour would go, I would rather more an hour in the park than do an hour eating the food. So that's where you have to weigh it up. What would you rather do? But if you do get the food, and we didn't need to sit down for a bit, we were very tired at the moment because obviously we've been on a long flight today, and since waking up at 3 o'clock, it feels like it's like 7 or 8 o'clock in the evening when it's only midday. It is nice to have a little breather and sit down. But yeah, get some food. Trust me here, it is amazing. Just be aware though of the queue lines. Nevertheless, we are only continuing our day over here at Legoland Billund, and actually I was going to say winter there, but actually while we're here I think it's a perfect time for a Tom tip, because my name is Tom and these are my tips, and my first tip is quite a big tip, quite an overall tip about the park, and that is the order which you should do it in my eyes, of course, and that is when you arrive to a park, max out rides, go straight to the back of the park, and we'll show you all tomorrow because of course we didn't arrive here early today. Get to the back of the park, complete x-plorer. Actually we normally do Wild Eagle first and get around those rides, get 5 or 6 done within the first hour you could do, and then after that we then recommend going towards the middle of the park, where, well not middle park, but like middle of the day, where we would suggest then think more of a chill out, like it is right now. It's quite busy in the park, busiest time of the day, to chill out a little bit more, take a breather, a few little rides, just enjoy the day and relax at that park, because even like right now we've got here, we've done 3 rides so far in a few hours, so normally we get a lot more and we know how to do it, whereas for days like today it just feels like you've got to take a chill out in the middle of the day. And then at the end of the day is where you then once again max out the day at the end of the day. Because it gets a nice little breaker, and by doing that you get so much more rides done, unless you're obviously just going to train in the middle of the day.
Yeah, I mean this thing though, like this park is very crowded at about 12 o'clock. I mean, of course, I predict that's because all the planes arrive at like, when obviously we arrive about, I don't know, 10 o'clock, so this park is really busy around 10 o'clock, because obviously people like today, we didn't have to put a suitcase or anything like that, so we sort of just went straight to the park.
We saw Paris Port a queue when we first got here, now
exactly.
It's now, I think, to know the entrance.
And now it's, yeah, pretty busy, but I mean, I really want to do a splash battle, it looks pretty cool.
Yeah, we'll have to do it.
Last time, it was, I mean, I'm not sure if you remember, but last time it was actually all, like, I think all the boats were stacked up over in the station, because, yeah, it was actually shut, and of course, none of the water was there, so it's quite cool to see it now actually in operation, but yeah, there's quite a few guys that haven't done here yet.
Yeah, so we were in last time, we did have a full day, but we didn't feel like we completed absolutely everything, whereas today what we're doing is we're kind of doing the main big attractions that are at the park.
Yeah, I mean, this is what we're saying.
Before Jayden could get those done with, because we don't want it to be close tomorrow. But then after that, we're then going to start tomorrow really doing the ones we didn't do so much, like even though a little squid surfer sort of ride over here as well.
Yeah, I mean we haven't done that yet. I mean this is the thing, this is what we were saying earlier. We're saying that this park works very similarly to like Legoland Windsor. In terms of that, you can have a day, and if you have a day you'll get pretty much everything done you want it to get done, and maybe 1 or 2 re-rides, but if you want to explore the park and take the time, you need 2 days.
Especially if you, I mean, you get another day for your second visit, like with our second visit, just us guys, we would probably have done the more unique attractions
exactly,
here.
That's it. I mean the thing as well, like, if you're a team enthusiast, you'll probably only need 1 day here. If you're only here for the coasters, which I personally wouldn't come here just for the coasters, because this park has a lot more to offer than that, but if you do, you only need a day.
Yeah, but then obviously like, this is great, we have done that one last time, but we'll do it again. As well as our next attraction, we're going to be heading on to the classic Viking River Splash.
So much better than back home.
This is amazing. I mean, I'll show you the the stack of this ride, and I promise you that you will be blown away. So it's not a hot day really here today. It's a little bit hot for Denmark, it is. But no matter what day it is, you've got to head on this ride. It is amazing.
Oh, that's it. Remember? Yeah, and also something to point out quickly is that that ride there, which I'm not going to pronounce right now, just behind us now. Yeah, it's based off the teacups, and essentially that wasn't open before in the UK, so they've now reopened it again. You know what? That just shows you how good the operations are.
Yeah.
They just suddenly reopened stuff which weren't open in the day. And back in the UK, I mean, we wouldn't find that about other parts of the UK, and that's one thing that I really do enjoy about, of course, Legoland Billund.
Yeah, and we're much more about the broad parks, but here we now go. Viking River Splash, the second biggest drop on a rapids ride.
I think it's around second, and also it's into rapids. So.
Let's go, into a rapids ride. Whose idea was that? That ride out there is plain down soaking, and good job it's sunny today, because otherwise I'd be worth the rest of the day, because that ride, I mean, I should have back right now, I've got backpack at the moment, but that was absolutely crazy. I mean, there's not much else to it apart from that end drop that you can see. But that end drop, if you get that spot where you go down, I mean, I was covered head over. It was absolutely mental. However, right now, we're going to go to another ride. We had a quick look at the Canoe, decided not to go on that, but instead, we're going to go for the more relaxing ride in the Canoe ride, which again will get me very, very well, and that is the pirate boat. And similar to as parts of the Caribbean, it's actually a reasonably good ride.
I mean, no, I don't find it that great to be honest. I mean,
it's a classic.
It's
a classic. It's something that you imagine. I'm not very good at the history of Legoland. I don't really look into that an awful lot. I love Legoland the park. Obviously, we're living in Legoland Windsor, so we go there an awful lot. And here we travelled up, like however far, 2 hours to go to a Legoland theme park. So we love it a lot. But I don't really look a lot into the history. But I can imagine we're looking at the models in here. So there's some sort of history behind it.
I believe this is up an opening day attraction.
Oh, yeah.
When the part opened, I think it was 1960 something, maybe 1964 I think. And I believe this was an opening day attraction. So
yeah, there you go. I mean, maybe comment down below if you know anything else about it or any other history of the park, because I would love to see it. And we do try our best to reply to every single comment within 24 hours. But now let's go, my hearties, on our next attraction, the pirate boat. Where I can't read Denmarkish, I mean Danish. We have just completed the pirate ride, and I'm not going to do my pronunciation about a ride, but it was good. I'm not going to lie, I really enjoyed that. Yeah. But what I'm here quickly, I want to point out something quickly. I don't know if this is busier at lunchtime or not, but it looks like it's quite hidden, and it does burgers.
Yeah, I believe it's pretty quiet usually. Because obviously as well, it's like in the Coastin. Nobody really comes to this area.
It is.
I mean, yeah, like nobody really comes to this area, but it's pretty hidden, it's quite quiet. But
yeah, well, that aside, I wanted to point that out while I was there. That ride was okay. You can see the classic again. It's one of the things where you have to do on your trip, but now we've done it once, and we're going to do it.
It's not the best. I mean, it's fine. Like, I mean, it's alright. I mean, it's classic. Also, as well, I took it up. I believe that actually opened in 1968 when the park opened. So, yeah.
It's not as new as Pirates 4 just down there, but still a good fun ride. And once you can actually film lots of rides, the reason we're not filming for you guys, because they are very, very strict, of course, filming policy. Imagine if we have a dual sound right now. No laser raiders, no Toon Blasters.
Well, no, it's quite funny because basically this is a mix between Toon Blasters, Chesington, and also laser raiders at Legoland Windsor. So it's actually a mix between them. I mean, we don't enough to reuse their soundtrack. However, yeah, it's quite nice to have done a bit of mix towards it.
Yes, that's pretty cool. But as you can probably tell right now, we're in our queue for this. We're continuing our day with the rushes. Next up, we've got, I'm going to call it laser raiders. I don't know if it is or not. Yeah, I think it's like Lost Temple. Okay, Lost Temple, there you go. I'm getting tired now. Oh no, Temple?
Yeah, just a temple.
Just a temple, that's it, just a temple. And we were having...
Not literally just the temple, but...
yeah, well, and we were having a continuous moving ride. It means that the queue is very short, but here's a quick look at the scoreboard. Here's a quick look at the ride. Let's go. Oh, I love a bit of short queue this ride. Much better than 2 laser raiders. We have just done the temple, and no, not the temple, temple. And once again, very, very good ride at the park. Very different, in fact, to laser raiders at our home park of Legoland Windsor. And I'm still deciding whether I prefer it or not. Like, I much prefer the queue line. The queue is my bad, walk on queue. Last time I went now, and since we ever walked past, I've never seen any queue at all. However, Hugo, on ride, it's not as good.
No, what I found weird is that they played the soundtrack that plays around Legoland Windsor, sort of in that area that we have. They play that on the ride, which I thought was a bit weird. I mean, they could have done some on the ride audio.
Yeah, and also,
I mean, The only thing, right, if that ride had an hour queue, I'd say, what are you doing even in trying to queue for it? But the fact that it's got such a short queue makes it good.
Yeah.
It's just a nice thing to do.
Yeah, it's just a nice thing to do, and that's the thing. Like, some parts of the ride, due to being constantly moving, is not as good. Like, for example, it's like one main room, and generally go between different rooms, so just one continuous room throughout the entire ride. Whereas, due to that, you're going to have a shorter queue, so you've really got to weigh up your options. What do you prefer? Longer queue for that ride, but then a better ride, or a shorter queue and a not so bad ride? However, right now we're going to go on to a ride which is very underlooked in the park because it's quite hidden, in fact, behind this amazing roller coaster right here. This is Ice Pilots, where if you think of what it takes, Hugo, you can fly your very own plane. And there's some sort of queue, I think, stopping here, but if there is, oh, is it closed? No. Yeah, oh no, it's open, it's open. I thought it was closed for a sec, because it's like, but obviously you just have to enter around here, yeah. Oh, there you go. Wow. And it's not a bad queue at all, in fact, because they queue around here and then you get your check-in here where you make your experience, and then after that you can go straight around and go on. Yeah, well, last week we twisted 40 minutes, that's like so long. Yeah, so you have a long queue. Get a long queues, but it's definitely an experience again, which you have to do when you come into Legoland Billund.
I mean, yeah, it's pretty unique, it's fun. I wouldn't say it's amazing, like their theme is not amazing, but again, you can't really theme like an Arctic warehouse. So.
No, exactly, yeah. It's like, how can you theme an Arctic warehouse? I don't know, but the ride time itself, have one at Legoland California as well, and I don't know why there's not too many more of them, because they are just really good fun.
Well, so actually, like, the one at Legoland California is now closed, so that hasn't been operating for ages, and I believe they might have technical problems and that, but this one seems to be fine, so I don't know what the problem is, but...
Yeah, I don't know, it looks really, really awesome. I mean, when I show you go, you're going to see why, but you can control your various bits, make it as intense as you want, loop as much as you want, and all that jazz. So yeah, let's now go on to Ice Pilots, and let's hope it's not a 40-minute queue like last time. How do I do? We want to go. We like a bit of action. We want a bit of action. Do you? That good?
Yeah.
Go for it, go. Jayden, we've just piloted our very own plane on Ice Pilot, and I gotta admit, me and Hugo didn't do that great of a job of piloting. We went up upside down a few times and had a very, very intense experience. As for a Legoland ride, that's gonna be the most intense ride there is.
Yeah.
I think if we're taking into account all rides here for intensity, scariness, because what's great, you make it scary or not, that's what's so good about it.
Yeah, I think because of obviously it goes upside down, it flings you around and stuff. It is very intense for Legoland. So I like kind of having at least like one huge ride like that. But
let's just say that it's more painful experience for the men than women.
Yes.
Let's just say that, okay? There's some aspects of the rides which I wish
really flung you.
Yeah, flung you in around and hit the parts that you don't want to be hit. If you know what I mean.
Yeah, but for men.
Hugo wouldn't know what I mean, but we know what I mean. But anyway.
It's also great you can pick I'm not saying versions, what basically you can choose to make your own stuff.
Yeah, that's what's really cool about it. Like, there's not many rides out there anymore which you can have that interactivity with. And stuff like, of course, Laser Aid, the Temple, you can. But as far as through rides go, not many rides exist like that. And one, of course, is the wing rides, or the plane rides we're hoping to later on down over in Bricksburg. But the other one, of course, is that one back there. Nevertheless, continue the day, queues are starting to narrow down a little bit again, as I said earlier. Look how quiet it is now compared to the middle of the day. To work hard at the start, work hard at the end. Most parts like Disney would suggest like going out in the middle of the day, whereas here we would recommend instead, of course, staying in the park because it's not open for as long as Disney is. However, just take a moment to chill out, enjoy watching the shows, do the other stuff, eat some food in the day because that's when all the rides get busy, and somebody should go enjoy it. And that's not too bad. Again, probably around 20-minute queue.
Yeah, 20 minutes or so.
And it's also a really fun coaster at the park. So let's go. Coaster cred number. Coaster cred number.
3.
75.
No, 2.
75. 75. 75. 42. Well, here you go. Let's go. to the X coaster. I need to know the names. We have just completed our third and almost final coaster at the park with one more remaining, Flying Eagle. And I think that'll be done in tomorrow's vlog. Just keep one ride fresh for you guys for tomorrow. It's quite exciting now.
What's the second coaster?
But the second we did was Dragon.
Oh, I forgot we did that. Oh, okay, that was my 43rd credit though.
Oh, we're increasing, aren't we, Hugo?
Wow, we are going up.
As we speak. But I think it's called X Coaster, is it?
No, it's called Extreme Racers.
Or has the X in it, so that's what I got. But Extreme Racers, that was good fun. I mean, it's not the best. I know it actually looks quite rough, and most of the rides have these wild mouse twists and turns are rough. But this one's not. It's actually
it's pretty smooth, you know. Like, I mean, the roughest part of that coaster is when you're going down to the valleys and then you rise back up into the air some hills. It doesn't really give that much air time, to be honest. You know, it's smooth enough, but compared to, of course, I believe it's the Mara Wild Mouse. Of course, like Rattay Gentle Adventures back in the UK. It's definitely a lot better than that, but I do definitely think that the Coastin bobsled coasters are by far the best of the Wild Mouse coasters. But you know, it's still good fun, and yeah, it definitely serves a good purpose at this park.
Yeah, it does. I mean, again, it's one of those rides which I'm not too much to go for Legoland Windsor because as much as it's a nice ride.
I like it, but it's never going to happen now. So.
No, exactly.
Because actually, funny enough, they actually said one of them, which is near Canoe. I believe it was like the opposite way round, so Miracle. And you know, yeah, but they should have one. And just noise complaints. I never got to ride it. Tom did, but
I didn't get to ride it. I was a nice young guy. I don't remember it at all. So that's the only really one I remember of them. But I definitely did ride it before, so I got to get another coaster that Adam hasn't got. Next up though, we're continuing our day by heading on another water ride. My personal favourite water ride at the park, and I think it's called, and Adam's going to tell me the name I'm saying wrong, it's called Canoe.
no, Lego Canoe.
Okay, I'll click on that one, here goes another one. I mean,
Close enough.
back in those days with the parks, but there weren't any creative names, did it?
No, not really.
Pirate Bay, I've put him in pirate ship. Pirate Bays, yeah, see. And then Canoe is like, obviously, Canoe, but this ride is better than any dog food I've done at any non-Disney park in my opinion.
It's pretty good. I mean, of course, Splash Mountain at Disneyland.
Yeah, that, nothing beats that.
Actually,
now changing to Tiana's.
I mean, you know, I'm not looking forward to that, but we'll discuss that when we go on a trip next year.
Yeah, maybe we will, maybe we won't. I think we will. So subscribe, check that one out. But yeah, apart from those, this is my favourite log film in the world. I think it's got some great elements. The theming is awesome, with all the staff as well dressing up as the land. I don't mention it earlier in this vlog, but all the staff dress up with the theming towards the Rise of the Land. Yeah,
this thing, like, we don't get this in like winter. Like this is a nice thing about Billund. It's like a little bit of a change. Like there is a lot of improvements here, which I would like to see at Windsor. I've also as well, I do believe there's a couple of things at Windsor. Like I'd say going in between lands was a little bit better at Windsor. Yeah. You know, it's the original park.
It's not smaller, so you have to expect things. There's some of the charm that you get at this park and this land. And everything. We'll give you a full justice later on about this land, but let's hope it's not too long of a queue. It didn't look too bad. It's definitely shorter than it was earlier because it's in the main queue line part. But here we are, go all aboard the Lego canoes. Doesn't look too bad if you ask me.
I really want to frame like a.
We have just braved the drop on the Lego canoe, and out of all the canoes, out of all the rides, I am so tired, Jayden. Give me a break, okay? But out of all the rides that we've done, as far as log flues go, as I said earlier, that is amazing. So much theme throughout the whole thing. Many Lego models. It's a great queue line. I love the staff wearing the stuff and the stop. But you got this rope as well, which is really cool. So overall, that is an amazing log film. What do you guys think of it?
What the hell is that thing I see up there? Sorry. What do I think of it? Yeah, it was good. Our boat literally nearly didn't touch it.
Yes. So they had a big weight on board.
It literally just went down like that. We thought we were literally going to sink. But no,
we're safe.
Well, you say you were Joe. We could have sunk.
Yeah. It was almost going. You're the first one. It was almost going over the edge. But look at this, guys. So awesome. I mean, I'm literally going to do this justice, okay? No matter what Legoland park you've been to, similar to the Disneyland park in Disneyland, California, I'm going to keep on about. You literally go to the original, and it's a different experience. You just don't know why. Obviously, it's better themed. It
feels nice.
But it feels different. Like parts which you wouldn't feel quite nice, this feels better. But one thing it is better than the UK one. Love the UK one to begin with. But now not so good. Is the haunted house. And this one's a little bit of a twist. We haven't told Hugo and Jayden yet what it is.
It's a drop tower.
So don't get your hopes up too much.
Not
but it's got a little bit of a twist towards the average drop tower.
So it is a drop tower.
So it is partly a drop tower, but you've got to go and wait and see, Hugo. On the next ride that we've got on our list, the ghost of the haunted house. Oh, ha 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 ha. Here we enter into old Pete's haunted mansion. Wah, ha, 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 ha. And already, it's pretty cool, isn't it? Here you go, the first act of the movie, we kept thinking it out for the queue line, but it is pretty cool. There you go.
It's pretty cool, it is pretty cool.
Okay.
Oh. It's really good theme.
Here's the Canoe feed. And the queue line. This is basically the extended part of the queue line. So, you can hear it, so I got one of these at home. Let's turn it on. Oh, wow. There's Jayden. There's Hugo. Oh, wow. Let's continue our way through the haunted mansion. What lies beyond these walls? It is a petrifying height, because there is not one, not two, but 500 Hugos. Ah! Hello. And when is the fire? Where do you run? Oh, no, that's a mirror, that's a mirror. There's the door.
Ah, what is the meal of today?
Wow, what a day has it been over here at Legoland Billund. And after our last two rides, I'm sorry I didn't film in between, but we were literally running as fast as we can to that last ride. We have 2 minutes to go, and we were at the other end of the park. We didn't make it to Photo Explorer, but to start off with, well, let's start off with the rides for the start of the day, because those rides are amazing. Starting off with, of course, the haunted house. How did you find that?
At the haunted, well, I'll be honest.
Spoilers will be included in this right now.
I'll be honest, the little walkthrough at the start, I preferred to the drop tower. The drop tower was, if you've done the drop tower at the London Dungeons, it's somewhat similar to that. You just go,
a little bit more, but
it's better.
It's a little bit like a big scab bounces.
Yeah, I would say it's better than the Dungeons one, but I mean, I do it just for the walkthrough.
Yeah, I think a walkthrough's just fun as it is. It's like walkthrough this little bonus at the end. That's what I look at it as. Yeah. So overall, I say if you could do the drop tower, I actually prefer the drop tower than the haunted water park.
Well, yeah, I prefer that to
yeah, that's what's so bad now. But while we're going to close it to the airport, there's the plane's going up right now. Jayden, how did you find it?
What, the haunted house?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was really good. Yeah, I like you. I prefer the first bit to the drop towers. Drop towers bit isn't that bad. But yeah, the walkthrough's nice, really well themed, and actually quite interactive as well. There was a mirror maze which was cool. And the Polo Explorer, that was great as well.
Yeah, but we finally did it off. We had to finish off our ride, just get amazing way at the end. We literally were seconds before they closed the gate. So as we walked in, they closed it just behind us. So it's always fun getting to the last ride. But if I was you, I'd leave a little bit of time at the end of the day to get to that last ride if you have to do it. Like, if it was our last day and we haven't done post yet, then obviously we wouldn't have done the haunted house.
No.
But obviously you just thought, bonus, let's run for it, and all the way down the end of the park. Run all the past here, and we managed to make it just in the nick of time.
Yeah, I mean, we got a second row, so not the best, but you know what? I mean, any run post score is amazing. Like the airtime. The thing is, though, with the airtime is that, in my opinion, we've now done row 1, 2, and then the 2 back rows. Well, the 1 before back row and then the back row. And you know, throughout the whole train, I mean, obviously we haven't done middle yet, but throughout the whole train, like all 4 rows I've been on, you know, that airtime is just literally the exact same. Like, there's no different. So, like, I don't really know why it's no different, but it just isn't. So, you know, it's a great Coastin. The airtime, you're literally standing up at points. It's insane. It's amazing.
Yeah, so we have done those rides, but that doesn't mean the park is closed yet. It's one thing that Legoland Billund does do is open all of the park's grounds until right at the end of the day at 7 o'clock. So,
yeah, well,
they close the rides at 6.
Tomorrow's 8, so.
Oh, tomorrow's 8 o'clock. When we're there, though, we have to get
the thing is, though, it's quite weird tomorrow because No, the park shuts, the ride shuts at 6, but the park comes to under 8, sorry, so that's another 2 hours to explore the park.
Yeah,
I don't really know who needs to explore it for 2 hours, to be honest.
But if you do, then you do, and that's the thing, like right now, it's not just Miniland that's open to its time, it's the whole place in general. So you can go on all these lands, everything you get, it's some awesome fun there for us, which you just did around like movie world and stuff, where it's completely empty. That's what's so awesome about it later at night. As well as it's Miniland, but as we go to Miniland, you'll know today it's quite busy for this last hour, that's what everyone thinks they're doing. And that's what we're going to do too. We're going to quickly come to Miniland, show you the kids around there, before we finish off our day over here at Legoland Billund. But it has been amazing.
It has been very good.
So, when looking at all the crowds around here, we did come to the conclusion that we're probably going to leave Miniland till tomorrow, which means that unfortunately that marks the end of our vlog over here at Legoland Windsor. Of course, with Miniland coming tomorrow, as well as many more rides, we have got another vlog coming out, and that'll be tomorrow, as well as a hotel vlog that we will be filming later on tonight, literally in like 5 minutes time. So we're going to get my boys before we head over there. But first time visiting, nothing beats a first time reaction, nothing beats the first ever Legoland Park. Jayden, I'll start with you. How did you find today over here at Legoland Billund?
It was actually very, very nice. I do prefer the rides and everything over to Legoland in Windsor, like all the roller coaster there and stuff. But yeah, it's a really nice atmosphere. It's the original, you know, it's nice to be in the original, and there's still a lot we haven't actually done.
Yeah, that of course will be coming out tomorrow. We're going to do, obviously, the main rides that we all know, Legoland Pro Explorer again, but also the rides that we haven't done. Even me and Adam didn't do, because we didn't have one day here last time, so we're doing those two.
And also, I think it's my first foreign park minus Disney.
Yeah. So how did you find it?
Yeah, it's a really nice park. Right next to an airport, so you can hear.
Yeah, Jayden loves play. Jayden's a bit nerdy around planes, so.
I'm not nerdy. My uncle's a pilot, so I've learned off him a lot, and I just enjoy watching it.
There you go.
And at Legoland Windsor, you can also watch them there.
Perfect.
It's just a few bigger planes.
A few little bit
Not always small.
Okay, here's the Cosmo Hotel as well, look at hotels on there. One we're staying at though is a holiday village, so you got a little bit of walk away over to there. But Hugo, first time, how did you find it?
I love it. Like, I love Legoland Windsor back home, and that's my favourite park in the UK. And Legoland Billund is, well, apart from Disney, is my favourite park in EU, in Europe.
Yes.
Like, it's such a, like, the atmosphere is just amazing. And the fact that it's original as well just like creates this like really good atmosphere for that. But no, I think everything about it was good. The only thing that could have been shorter was the food queues.
Yeah, that's the only thing I think the park needs to prove. Everything else is amazing. It's just the food.
It is. I mean,
I said if we live nearby, some lovely picnic areas around. So somehow, I'd definitely take a picnic most of the time because it's one like Windsor where they kind of limit you. Start
also, can I nick a Tom tip or not? Because I don't know if you'd say this.
You can nick it.
I don't know, you might have already said it, to be fair, actually, I don't know. But if you do get here early, it makes the difference, like so much, because we got here.
We haven't got it ready yet, but yeah.
Well, we got here early, we got here at 11, but even then it felt heaving. I reckon if we got there at like for 10, we'd be able to go so many rides.
Tomorrow we'll get for like 9:30, 10ish, get there at the start of the park, get straight in and enjoy the whole day over here Legoland Billund. But now, finally, we have got Adam to make our way around a little bit Billund, showing you around. But this complex is fantastic, and I really wish, one day I said earlier, I will show you around. So on the next visit, I'll do a special vlog dedicated to the whole of Legoland, not Legoland, the whole of Billund in general, because there's so many awesome things like that Lelandia over there. That is unbelievable inside of it. I'll show you guys later on when we head round there after our meal. But inside of there is one of the most unbelievable places. It doesn't look like a lot, but you went and see, of course, as well, the hotels around here.
It's sort of like Greek theme, and it's like incredible.
It's like
I mean, and like
literally, it's like an entire town, isn't it?
Oh my god, it's incredible. But like, I mean, literally, from the outside, it looks like nothing. But like, once you get inside, it's insane.
Yeah, you spent a whole week at Billund, I think.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, literally, like, it's a good place to go to. And
the 5 days is perfect because you do one day at Lego House, one day there, one day. Yeah.
But we know for us, we like to travel around. If we did have more than 2 days, we would have. I mean, no, originally this trip we actually went to during Summerland, but yeah, that got a bit too complicated, so we sort of like, narrowed it down to what we're doing.
Bam, how have you found Legoland today?
You know what? I mean, coming back into this park, yeah, I mean, of course, it's my favourite theme park in Europe, apart from the 2 Disney parks, of course, in France. And you know what? It was so great to get back, and it definitely didn't disappoint again. in my opinion, this is just even top the last visit we had here. You know, it's a great park, and something to really point out is I feel like this park really shines in like the sun. For some reason, I don't know why I'm saying this, but it does. So I'm a bit of info. I don't usually like hot weather, so it's not perfect for me. But yeah, you know what? I actually really enjoyed it in the sun today. Of course, the standout ride's got to be Canoe Explorer. It's a great coaster, and the airtime is just phenomenal. And also as well, you know what? Like getting on some other tracks like Dragon is classic. Also, it's just great dark rides here as well. So you know, this park is definitely a 2-day park. I'm so looking forward to it. Of course, come back here tomorrow to experience some more of their attractions.
Yeah, so with all that said, we're now going to hit a traffic light, have a look at the Castle Hotel down there, and I will see you all for the next videos. Tomorrow, we're heading back to the park for even more fun. So with all that said, there's only one thing left to say. My name is Tom Derrick from Theme Park Coastin, and I will see you for the next video. Goodbye, guys.